Well, it's actually not. It's now.
How much gin can you put in Folgers before it stops tasting like Folgers? Now, don't go loud. People are going to think I'm an alcoholic.
You need new material. You've done that one before. Oh shit!
This is not
Where
safe.
am I hearing that from?
Somebody have an echo?
Got that muted, but I'll go ahead and change the channel. That help?
Apparently, I did because I was pinning the things.
Ah.
See, I was super efficient, almost.
You know, I really need to take down my Christmas tree.
Yeah, well, it's almost Christmas again, so you'll be fine.
Hey.
Anyway, Joe, you've obviously, well, I say obviously, would I be correct in thinking you've heard about all this Fender litigation going on and what have you?
I have.
Yeah.
I don't have all the details, but it is a sad, sad time for the
Well, I think the big issue is that they're, and I'm just gonna say, allegedly. This is my opinion. Allegedly,
Yeah, this whole show is allegedly in our opinion and hopefully covering the First Amendment. And we won't get in too much trouble. And we won't get a cease and desist.
Yeah. But the lawsuit that they did, the actual court case in Germany was against some seemingly random little guitar seller, on
AliExpress.
Yeah.
Right.
So some, poor little Chinese guy probably with a few fake guitars, probably covering various brands, I would think. But so they sued him in Germany. And then, of course, because he didn't show up, they got a default judgment.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
That little bit makes the whole thing just feel a little dirty. So they now have a little piece of legal paperwork to wave in everybody's faces.
But I understand they didn't sue under copyright. I mean, patent. They sued under copyright,
yeah.
which covers like the art of the design kind of thingy. But
well, I mean, and this is the thing. Back in the day, like the design of the Strat wasn't actually done by Leo Fender. It was one of his employees who had a really artistic flair and sort of came up with it, on his own kind of thing. So, yeah.
Well, now in the States, it was patents, right? That it's like, look, the judges said, oh, the guitar's a generic shape. It's been out so long and you haven't fought to patent it. It's just, it's, what am I looking for? It's just a common shape of a guitar. And now, so they went to Germany.
Public domain, I think, was what it was ruled as being.
Yeah. 2009, I heard in an interview earlier.
Yeah.
I love when Sarah says how to. Tells me, bye.
So, apparently, according to Gene Spliced, allegedly, copyright is different in Germany. It's actually artist right, in quotes. So they don't call it that. There you go. But there you go.
And now they've apparently sent cease and desist to everybody.
I've watched a few YouTube videos today. One was interesting. It was a guy who has his own signature model with LSL guitars. And that's a very high end but small company. It's I think 10 people, including the owner. Right? And they have received a letter that basically instructs them to destroy all of their inventory that looks anything like an S-type and recall all the ones they've already sold and destroy them.
And give them all their customer information.
Yeah, I didn't hear that bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Give them a good deal on those pastel ones that they just released a while ago.
How many they sold, who they went to, the customer information, the profit. I mean,
see, and I think Tim Pierce was one of the other videos that I watched, and he's always very insightful. He's been in the industry for a long time and basically knows what he's talking about. And the big point that he kind of coming to 2 or 3 times within his 6-minute long video was, if Fender made better guitars, this wouldn't be happening because nobody would be out there making better S-types. And I think that's a very valid point. You wouldn't have companies like Suhr and Exotic and James Tyler and all that sort of thing making deadly S-types that have a different name on the headstock.
So everything remotely Strat shaped. I mean, what, Ibanez? I mean, how many models of Ibanez?
Well, see, that's the thing, because I was thinking, like, is that going to include something like, let's say, Yamaha Pacifica? Because it's a double cutaway and it's kind of sort of. But for me personally, I don't. When I see a picture of a Pacifica, I don't need to see the headstock to know it's a Pacifica.
Yeah.
Like the body is unique enough that I can see it. Same with seeing. I mean, there's no point in mentioning Charvel and Jackson anymore because obviously Fender owned them.
Right.
So they're clearly not going to be subject to this. But you take something like the Ibanez AZs. When I see one of those face on, I don't think it's a Fender.
Yeah, but you don't think it's a Telly or Les Paul.
No. It's
right.
But to me, there's a big difference between looking at something which you can clearly tell is a Super Strat, as opposed to something that is just a regular, like, clone or copy S-type.
Right.
Yep. So I think it's kind of interesting that they're going for this because, let's face it, you would think Fender would have paid attention to how popular Gibson is when they're busily suing people.
Look at that with Paul Reed Smith.
I was just going to say, Paul Reed Smith's going to come out and say, all right, I'm going to take care of this for all you guys.
Them and Coleman are going to have to, man, I don't know.
See, that's the thing. So they picked on this little AliExpress guy to litigate against and get the.
He's not going to show up. He didn't have any lawyers.
Well, why is he going to fly around the world to, defend what he's doing? So it's it's weird. It's weird that they would take this route because, like I say, you don't have to look very hard to see how unpopular Gibson becomes when they start litigating people.
Look, either
and it's over this same sort of stuff, right? So, so it's not going to take long for Fender to send this letter to a company that is going to go, oh, okay, you want to play that game? Let's do it.
Look at the Silver Sky.
Let's dance.
Look at the Silver Sky.
No thanks.
No, seriously. I mean, I see what can happen here. Either it's going to be, is there a higher court in Germany than there's one judge where they appeal it, like Paul Reed Smith and Coleman appeal it? Or Fender's going to say, look, you can make your guitars, you're just going to pay us $50 or $100 for each guitar. And who pays that?
Well, yeah, and plus there will be profit on top of that because of the processing fees and everything.
Oh,
so we won't be paying $50 or $100. We'll be paying $250.
Right, yeah. So that's not going to happen.
Well, which then puts every affordable guitar into the same ridiculous price bracket as Fender's.
Yeah.
And, because, I mean, that's the other thing, too, is as Tim Pierce says, like, if they made a better guitar, you wouldn't have to go to alternate brands. The other thing, too, is also their prices have doubled in the last 2 years. So it's getting to the point now where, and I obviously it's my day job to look at these things, and I've got clients who have the latest and greatest expensive American S types and T types, and they've nearly all got problems with them, right across the board.
And I love that Tim Pierce said he don't even know what a Strat is anymore.
No,
I mean. The models of, you got the Mexican to the Ventira 2, American Standard, American Deluxe, or whatever the hell. And but also understand that as a manufacturer, you got to change every year or two. Here's the latest thing. You got to have the latest thing,
Well, it's because it's, the world society now has the attention span of a gnat. So from that point of view, the TikTok generation needs something new to look at every few days, right?
That's why every guitar processor changes.
There's always a Mark II. Yeah,
yeah,
always.
yeah.
And they always used to do that to keyboard players, like, I've got the latest synth. Oh no, you don't. And I think that was just a punishment for playing keyboards. I think,
I'm sorry, dude. A keyboard is just laid out perfect. I know you hate them. All the white keys are whole notes and the black key.
No, they were a dumb idea right from the beginning.
Is Sugar Bush threatening us?
Usually.
Oh, Sugar Tush. I'm sorry.
So Zach says he loves Fender guitars. He loves Stratocasters and Telecasters. I'm not going to stop buying them. You know what? It's like... but again, like, you can see why there are some people out there who have bought quote-unquote Stratocasters and quote-unquote Telecasters that are not made by Fender, because they're not always the best option available. Especially when you're just looking for bang for the buck and you look at stuff like, the stuff that Thomann distribute and that sort of thing. When you're paying a tenth of the price and it's not far off in quality, that's an issue. Because it's not going to cost you the difference in price to get it properly set up and maybe a fret level.
I mean, I can't buy a Fender that is remotely like my Schecter. My Schecter was, I don't know, $300 because it had damage to it, but it's brand new.
Yeah, but it was probably a $600 guitar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Indonesian made. I have no problem buying an Indonesian made guitar.
No, absolutely not.
I think what somebody somewhere is going to say, because social media just be so powerful, man. I mean, you could say the word if instead of the, and your career's over.
Yep.
Dixie Chicks, Billy Squire, sorry, bro. But somebody needs to, or maybe they will, allegedly, institute a boycott of anything from Fender. I'm talking EVH, Gretsch, Jackson Charvel, or say 90 days. Look,
I don't think you can get the EVH fans to do it because they're so rabid.
Well,
that they have to
buy stuff still backed by Fender.
Yeah. The what?
Is the EVH stuff now still backed?
They
by
own
Fender?
it. They own it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they still may have to run it by Wolfgang, but I think they still. I don't know that they own it.
It's still part of FMIC, from what I understand.
Yeah. But
allegedly, if I'm wrong.
If you want your Tele or your Strat or your Fender amp, can you wait 90 days? Like, don't buy a shirt, pick, string, anything for 90 days that's related to Fender. Just for 90 days and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 10%, 70% of people going, okay, I'll wait 3 months. That could really send a message, message.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, in an ideal world, that would happen. But how many times do we see it where, the gas prices are going stupid like they are, and somebody will post on Facebook or whatever, everybody in such and such a town, don't buy gas on the 15th or whatever it is. And everybody goes, yeah, right on, power to the people. And then they buy gas on the 15th.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Cents more a gallon at that point.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It worked for the hippies, man.
Well, sort of.
Till Kent State. Oh,
yeah, right.
So they brought in the National Guard, started poo-pooing.
Yep. Yeah, but it also gave them patchouli oil, and that's
got to be the grossest body odor smell. It reminds me of people that go to Grateful Dead concerts. Dude, you don't realize how much you stank.
Well, I think that's the problem. Like with changing tack here, but the patchouli thing, I always associate it with like dirty bikers, dirty music festival goes that sort of thing. Because it seemed because it seemed to be the way to avoid bathing for a while, and it was like.
Who was the guy that went to
What, Sarah? Patchouli is $6.30 a gallon? Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
Yeah.
The guy that went to 99 Grateful Dead concerts, and then the 100th concert, he stopped dropping acid, realized how much they sucked. This band sucks, man.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Like right now, it just seems to be, Fender got cheeky and got that ruling that they wanted.
Yeah.
With slightly questionable tactics, and because I think if they had just gone for suing PRS or somebody like that first, it would have been a different story. But what's going to happen when the bigger players start getting these letters from Fender, or will they not get the letters? Will Fender actually only pick on little people?
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But I think you're going to find a lot of people who this will leave a taste in their mouth, just like some of the Gibson litigation did. There are Dean fans out there that will never buy a Gibson, let's face it.
Right.
And don't you think Fender's not watching all these YouTube? Not us. Hi, Fender.
Well, you know what crossed my mind after watching a couple of videos today? It's like, maybe it's time to sell my 71. Because maybe I actually don't want anything in this house with Fender on the headstock.
Yep, I love my 60th anniversary one, but I think one of those NS53s would be just fine.
Right?
What's an NS?
It's a PRS Tele style.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, I'm going to seriously start saving money for that Tom Anderson drop top.
Before they're illegal?
Yeah, I need to sell my Gretsch, man. I'm going to sell my Gretsch in protest, which I haven't been able to sell. So, yeah, we can't have Timu Matt on the show anymore. Him and Gretsch. We're protesting. Power to people.
Yeah, Zach, I get your point. Doesn't mean they're right. And if you're talking about they were going to win the lawsuit, the way they did the lawsuit was totally underhanded.
Sure.
They went to Germany to
They are not stupid.
to sue a single seller from China, and then got a judgment because he didn't show up. What a surprise!
And what's the deal with China? I mean, like, you don't go to China and sue somebody because they're a communist nation, and they're like, fuck off. What are you going to do? Come after them?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently they did.
Richard, no, it's I'm making the same point. There's a lot of people out there that don't like Gibson because they did that stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what the pushback against Fender is going to be for this. So
I don't see one video going, well, Fender's got to protect their. I don't see anybody doing that. Like,
yeah.
They have the name. They have the recognition. If they just make great guitars, people will buy them.
Right.
but don't you think in the meeting today at Fender, talk about social media?
Well, it's a powerful vehicle, right? I mean, oh yeah, no, searching for tone. I get it. Like, I understand, but also then sue him in either your country or his country, not some country that you absolutely know he's not going to go to and then win by default.
Oh, we're not saying it's okay to make a
$100
$100 guitar and put a Fender logo on. We're not saying
Yeah.
we're not saying that, but even pretty much exact copy of a Strat for $100 and has the name Gojo or whatever. I don't see any kid walking in the store going, "It's a Fender, right?" I mean, that was Paul Reed Smith's argument, is that nobody's going to walk into a music store and mistake a single cut PRS for a Gibson Les Paul. That's never going to happen.
Yep. No. Although PRS does stand for probably really a Strat. Yeah, Gene. I mean, that's the thing. I think there could be a big enough pushback that they see a huge dip in their revenue stream.
Oh, I see this doing nothing good for Fender on
It
at
might
all.
seem to do them some good short term, but I think long
Yeah.
term it could be a big issue for them. And so it would be interesting to know who the big brain bean counter was who thought it was a good idea.
And who still thinks it's a good idea. Stay the course. People, something else will change and it'll be over in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Matteo Mancuso just switched from Sir to Fender too. Oh well.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that plays?
Yep.
Oh no,
Plays
I'm sorry.
Plays real good.
The other guy.
The other guy?
Yes.
Because I'm not the only one.
Yeah. The guy with the slightly wispy mustache and
Yes.
sort of
Yes.
the Van Dyke thing going on. Yeah. And I don't
Oh,
mean
we
Dick
have-
Van Dyke.
We have Richard Hall, and below him we have who?
Oh,
Or is-
Matteo
yeah, or is-
Sasato.
Or is the, yes.
Oh, Fender has a new CEO? Well, the attorneys are like, we're going to make some money here. Justify
He
our...
did sell more guitars. Or just
invoices.
sue people. Great.
I wouldn't say perfectly replicated because it's still horrible. The SE's okay, but the proper one, ugh, 7.25-inch radius.
Johnny
I never played the
Hartberger,
big time one.
he just
I do
calls
like
us
the,
scallywags.
The SE is good.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I think it's a curious thing to sit back and watch and see what happens. But
So, who's the big guitar maker in Indonesia? World Music or
Cortec,
Quartet?
so Court, yeah.
Okay, are they going to go to court? Say, hey, you're making all these Strat style guitars. What's up with that?
I think Gene, in terms of Germany, it won't be Ibanez. Ibanez might be involved, but I think the first company you're going to see go for him is Thomann.
Oh,
And that might also be why they sued this Chinese dude in Germany, was to be a thorn in the side of Thomann. Because obviously Thomann is Harley Benton, which is one of the most popular copy brands going.
yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. I've always said that the Fender name was missing 2 letters from the front.
E
O, an
Ethan?
O, and an F. Yeah.
It's a shame.
But yeah, yeah, like I say, it's kind of, in a slightly sort of emotional, I don't know, is the sun still out, Sugar Tish?
I have no idea what that means.
Not here.
Uh,
Although
She
my
giving
arms
us
are
the
glow like the
finger?
sun.
Wow, you got that shirt burn.
Yeah.
Almost like a shirtless guy. Or not even-
he's like an R&B singer. He's got a truck of tan,
Yeah.
truck
Had
of
both
tan,
arms
truck of
out the
tan
window.
up. Yeah,
like a con.
yeah, truck of tan.
Oh, I see what.
Yeah, see what I did there. I've lost my thread of thought.
So, does this also going to include like the P bass and the telly?
Well, it'd be interesting to see. It really would.
Because why
You
not
know,
just sue that little
'cause, I mean-
Chinese company again?
Well,
for
because I
those?
mean, you saw Gibson do it like in increments, right? They first off went. I think the first big one was PRS for the Les Paul, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was deemed that the single cut. Well, Blue Morks, you're gonna have to learn to spell playing first. Anyway, so hang on 2 seconds.
Jeez.
Things and stuff.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was exact. Oh, Sarah, are you imitating what my daughter was saying? You just assume that's what she was saying, or you actually want me to call you after the stream is over? Okay, I'll do both. That'll be the easiest way. Anyway,
ooh.
what were you saying?
Coleman and Harley Benton Tolman could just drop off Fender sales as corporate choice.
Mm-hmm.
That purchase order Fender? Come on.
Well, see, because Toman is a huge distributor, so they don't own just do the Harley Benton thing. You can buy Gibsons and Fenders and everything through them as well.
Yep.
So if they were to go, yeah, all right, well, we'll just sell Harley Bentons, then that would be a huge slice of the German market, well, the European market.
You think they're going to send that letter to Tolman? They're probably their biggest distributor of Fender. Wow. I bet you that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was saying. So yes, so Gibson did it in increments too. Like the first thing they did was they sued PRS for the single cut, and it was deemed by the court that if the outline of a guitar body followed the original design by 95% or more, it was a legitimate complaint.
Right.
So that's why, because buddies of mine here, that were playing PRSs, as endorsees, suddenly had truckloads of single cuts because they were just like, we need to get rid of these. Would you like some? Yeah. So there was a lot of single cut PRSs going around here.
Well, considering Tolman, who is Fender sending these letters to? Like all the, like you were saying, LSL, these small manufacturers. I don't think Tolman's going to get one for Harley Benton. I don't think Ibanez or Schecter's going to get one.
And that was my point earlier. Is like, what size fish are they, setting hooks for? Do you know what I mean? Who do they want to either take out of the market or get some sort of royalty from?
So if they send it to Yamaha, Schecter, Ibanez,
right, and Schecter's made. Don't forget, Schecter's made by Cortex. So if they take on Schecter, then they're taking on Cortex.
Do you think Tolman's going to take all those three brands of Strat shapes, take them out of their store and out of their catalog, and give Fender all the customer information and demand that they be destroyed? Come on.
Yeah, they're going to tell them to take a long walk off of a short pier.
I'll see you in court. Yeah, I'll see you in court. Sugar Tush, I always need to be pointed in the right direction. I'm not even going to say what. I can't.
Don't even. Yeah.
It's right there, dumbass.
Moving right along.
Steve knows where I was going.
Yeah, so don't.
I was talking about being pointed in the right direction to be successful in life. That's what I was talking
about. So, yeah.
Nice try to save.
I'm just trying to think of what to say next. It's it's a very strange thing. I mean, I made a Strat type guitar for a very famous artist, and I intentionally put a reverse headstock on it, and set it up in a way that no way had it come directly from this certain company that starts with F. And then just for fun, I put a decal on the headstock, to which the person so the person that received it was like, hey, just for fun, I put this on here, but if you want me to take it off, that's fine. And he said, nah.
Did you put an FUF decal?
Anything that pisses off Fender is all right by me. He said, I tried to get a deal with those guys when we were just starting out, and they didn't wanna. So now they don't get to.
Then when you're super famous, they're like, okay, we'll make your guitar in a different shade of blue.
Yeah. No, he took that guitar on a European tour, so who knows how many tens of thousands of people saw that reverse headstock with that logo on it, and were like, I didn't know Fender made one that looked like that, So
using the background.
and I just told him, like, you know, you can just pick it off with your thumbnail if you don't want it. You know, I just thought it was funny. And he was like, no, anything that pisses those guys off is totally fine by me.
What does that mean with those others don't receive letters? Those others still challenge. That's what I'm saying. Is there? This is just one judge. Is there higher 3 judge and their Supreme Court or?
Yeah. I must admit, I don't know such details as like what level of court was it that they had success in. I don't know.
Right.
But I kind of get the impression that because of the sort of public domain judgment that happened, you know, 15 plus years ago in the US, that if they tried to bring that action back to the US, they wouldn't succeed because that would take precedent.
Yeah, that means absolutely. Well, it still affects us over here. I mean, any manufacturer over here that can't ship to Europe, right?
Well, and here's the thing, not only that, but it means that any company that is still trying to do business undoubtedly is now going to have greater overhead, which just means that their product is going to get more expensive, regardless of where it's getting shipped to. Because they will dilute that extra expense across everything that they make.
So, I mean, just a nightmare clarification, I could technically have to destroy my Schecter if it goes that far? Well, no, it doesn't affect us here in the U.S., does it? Well, I don't know. Well, if they get a judgment, and this is all for Europe.
Well, but that's the thing, though. So let's say, mentioning Schecter as you own one, let's say they do get some sort of judgment against Schecter. So certain models either have to be destroyed, removed from their catalog, or they have to pay some sort of fee in order to continue producing them.
Yeah.
Well, that fee is not going to only be applied to those guitars that are being sold in Europe. They're going to spread that cost against their entire production. So all Schecters will go up, to dilute. So you're not going to have one sort of line that's going to get uber expensive. I shouldn't be drinking Coke Zero right now, apparently. There we go. Thank you very much.
Bless you.
Nice tone on that one.
Coke Zero. But yeah, I mean, it scares me. They want the customer information. What are you going to send a letter to all the customers saying you have to destroy that guitar and send us proof that you destroyed it? Or
no, they'll never do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're at. That why do you want customer information?
Well, I mean, or it's going to be a case they want to reach out to the customer and say, hey, this manufacturer, broke the law selling you this guitar, so you need to talk to them and get your money back and send it back.
We'll give you a coupon for
for a Fender.
Yeah. The other thing too, talking about Tim Pearson is like if they made better guitars, this wouldn't be an issue. Wasn't that long ago that there was a blind playing test by a very capable player, and they were just throwing all sorts of guitars at him, and he was handed a classic Vibe 50 Strat, and he was like, okay, you're trying to catch me out. This is clearly custom shop. The way it plays, the way it sounds, there's no way this is just a production Strat kind of thing. Yeah, that was the classic Vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Which was what, Mexican made or
Chinese?
Chinese.
Yeah. As they say in Canada, fabrico Chine.
I like my Mexican Strat more than any.
Which is not a microtonal group, just so you know.
No, not yet.
All right, Zach, tell it. Type faster. Yeah, come on, you can do it. What did Blue Mark? Did Blue Mark say something mean about us?
Probably. Oh, Q Dent. Steve show Fender how to make a guitar. Given German law, I'd say it's a given. Fender. That's what I'm saying. At what court level.
Well, yeah, that's it. What level of court was that case, held in?
Right.
And, how long till somebody with some clout does challenge it?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some type of higher appeals.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was fairly, wasn't it just March? It wasn't that long ago. Come on, Jow. You know.
you know what else happened in March? My birthday.
Oh, that's probably why they got away with that ruling and nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Dude, I turned 62. How does that even happen?
Wow.
I'm the youngest in my family, and none of my older brothers and sisters are that old. I don't know how that works.
You don't look a day over 59, Q.
Or as I've said before, it doesn't look a day over dead.
But this is just, especially just in Europe, this could be scary, scary. I mean, I just don't see it going to that level of like, yeah, Harley Benton can't sell in Europe. They can't, they can't sell Harley Benton. Well, most of them. They can't sell Ibanez or Schecter or Sir or Anderson. That's it.
Okay, here's the funny story.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not like I've been shy about saying that I've worked for Nickelback for like the last 20 years.
I read brand instead of band.
Yeah.
Because Steve's
Yeah.
brand.
Nah. It's the brand.
Yeah. But I wasn't saying that that's who I made the guitar for. But there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've never played anything with a single coil.
Oh, it had
Need to sell it to actually because that first
Illumitones in it. Illumitome Death Buckers, no less.
Death fucker.
Yeah.
Still not as cool as my Strat Vader. You know, I think the Invader would have sold better if they just named it like the HB4 instead of Invader. But because a buddy of mine brought in this Les Paul that had one in the bridge. I'm like, dude, what did you put in the bridge? Look at that thing. And he played it just straight to a 5150 in the old one. And it was like, I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
With that much preamp gain.
I was going to say, it's amazing that a 5150 managed to rescue an Invader. There you go.
Mine is 16.4 on the K meter thing.
Yeah, I didn't like my Invader either.
I don't know if it helped
Jackson
when
or
I did
something.
that.
Well, that little Ibanez hybrid that I was playing yesterday, that had a Pariah Heartbreaker in it. And that's 17.4K. Because that number don't mean fucking shit. If you don't know what the magnet type and strength is, so it's all... People get so hung up on DCR when it comes to pickups.
I had that Epiphone Explorer, which called my iPhone, cover up.
The Epiphany?
And I had an Invader in the bridge and then like a weird poppy Invader in the neck. And I'm sitting here and I'm not shitting.
So you're condoning counterfeiting?
It sucked my cast iron skillet from the kitchen through the living room. Almost hit Reggie and Todd and stuck right to the guitar. That's a lot of power.
Yeah. Those
magnets.
big ugly pole pieces.
I knew it, Tiffany.
Yeah. I don't doubt that, Ken. I don't doubt that at all.
So you think Fender gives a crap about social media? All these videos that are coming out, you really think they are?
Oh no, they'll pay attention. How much attention or whether it'll change what they're doing, I don't know. But they know what's going on.
You think they'll drop?
Because they've done the whole buy a guitar and get a year's worth of Fender.com lessons and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So they're very social media aware. Any company has to be now.
They have to.
Yeah, exactly, Ken. Like there's no such thing as bad publicity. So.
Oh, this is I don't agree with that. Not on this one.
No, 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 no. I mean, I'm being facetious, but
Oh, what's
from that
the
point,
stock price this week? That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
yeah,
It's interesting to see if they'll put out a press release that
yeah, yeah,
we're just trying to protect ourselves, brother. Fender.
yeah. Yeah, well, like I say,
All the rich guys that are buying stock in companies like that, they're all buying PRS anyway.
well, because the blues lawyers and the blues doctors
Yes,
like
the
PRS.
blues dentist
Right.
Yeah.
getting their boomer bends on.
Doctor's going to want to.
Or Taylor if they're acoustic.
Yeah. Well, and that was the interesting thing. Like, during the lockdown of a few years ago, that was interesting that in the second and third quarters of that year, the big four, Martin, Taylor, Fender, and Gibson, had their highest retail sales in their histories, as people were stuck at home and bored.
And
some of them got a check.
Yeah.
did any of those manufacturers see that coming? Nobody saw that coming.
Nope.
They were laying people off, work at home, don't even bother coming in, cut production. Holy shit, we can't keep up here. That's why I think the big four actually invented COVID. I'm just saying. Just saying. Maybe they did see it coming.
Yeah.
They got with that AliExpress
got your tinfoil, got your tinfoil hat on under that.
They got with
there.
that AliExpress over in China. Before you know it, we're locked down. I'm just putting that out there.
That's it. Somebody bit the headstock off of an illegal Strat copy in China, and there it is.
That was it.
Yeah. Gibsons or 10 top PRS.
I'm not buying it.
Let's defer to Joe for an opinion on this one first.
Yo, settle down, bro.
You might be kind of torn on this one because I know how much you like your gold top.
My gold top's my baby, man.
Yeah.
But I played 25 other Les Pauls of all different price range before I found this one.
Yeah.
And why did you have to play 25, probably $4,000, $5,000 guitars before you found a Gibson that's like, oh, this is pretty good?
Well, one part of it was the really expensive ones I was afraid to modify.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't play well and would have taken modification to make them work right. And this one I found for $600.
Yeah.
And it already played pretty well.
And then you could do whatever you wanted to.
And then I abused it.
Yeah.
No, they didn't file it. Was it a trademark or a patent? Because this is, I got to get the wording right. Is this a copyright or that covers art? This is not a trademark where it covers functionality.
Okay, so, no, but the one that happened in the U.S. in 2009 was
right.
trademark / copyright.
Yeah, that was a failure. Okay, but
Yeah.
and this doesn't affect really shit in the U.S. unless you're a manufacturer trying to ship to Europe.
Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's seemingly not stopping them throwing these letters out. Like, I mean, let me just double check where LSL is based because I have a sneaky suspicion that they are in.
What's up, Dave? Come on on here, Dave. We're just talking. We're not. Joe wants to show everybody his guitar, but we're not going to play.
Okay, so LSL received the letter, and they are U.S. based. There you go.
Well,
So I think what you're going to find is that Fender is just going to try it on with whoever they think they can.
This doesn't affect
press gang into it. Do you know what I mean?
This doesn't affect LSL selling in America or Canada, right?
Oh yeah, it does. The guy whose video we watched this morning, the guy with the red sparkly one,
right?
He's in the States.
Yeah, but the manufacturer in the States can still sell whatever shape in the
But it
States.
didn't stop them getting the letter,
Sure.
right? So this
Well,
is it.
they can't ship them to Europe.
Are they just flexing that? Well, but here's the thing. They were basically telling this guy to give his guitar up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If I understand it correctly, because LSL is a US-based company, and they were basically telling them to destroy their inventory and recall everything that they'd sold.
So what Fender did with their headstock shape is, who's the big good like parts maker that sells the Fender shape headstock?
Like Warmoth.
Yeah, Warmoth pays a licensing fee.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to tell everybody, you're just going to have to pay us a big fat licensing fee.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, they're probably hurting financially because their stuff is too expensive for what it is. I mean, I remember it was a long time ago, probably 25 years ago. I think somebody at Forbes had the brilliant idea of getting like an industrial analyst. And they gave them an American-made Strat and a Les Paul Standard to analyze and appraise for what and they gave them all the details of how they were made, what they were made of, all that sort of thing. And this industrial analyst came back, having gone through this in like absolute, minute detail, that an American Strat should be $250 and a Standard should have been $500 at the time. Yeah. And I mean, the fact that, I had one of those Brad Paisley Telecasters, fun guitar, like weighed nothing with the, I always say it wrong, Paulownia body. And really playable. But I mean, the price I bought it for, and then 2 years later, it was more than double. So when I sold it, like just privately, I sold it for way more than I paid for it new. Because I went into, one of my nice local big box stores, and I saw one hanging on the wall, and the price was $26.99.
It's a fucking bolt on.
And I paid like $1,100.
I mean, I know Brad's probably getting $500 per guitar or whatever, but
yeah.
Dude, it's a bolt on. I always have, like, I'm sorry, not to bring up Mac Mull, but, or whatever, who's the Israel guy that makes the guitars? I mean, these things are $6,000.
Like he's in Israel, or his name is Israel.
No, I think he's in Israel. These guitars are like $6,000. It's a bolt on, for God's sake. A CNC router.
Come on, I mean, arguably you could say the same thing about, who the hell in their right mind would pay $7,500, $9,500 for a Fender custom shop Telecaster. It's the most cookie cutter guitar out there. And
God forbid they relic it. Oh, then it's another $5,000 because he took a screwdriver to it.
Yeah. But it's of all the things, I mean, I know Zach loves his Strats and his Tellies, but like the best description of those two guitars I ever heard was actually Keith Richards, and he was talking about the Strat, and obviously he's known as being like a Telly player, so I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And he said, well, to me, it's like, the Strat is the sniper rifle, where the Telly is the sawn-off shotgun, and it's like, yeah, all right, I could see that.
What is cease and desist in the court saying it was only valid against? What's YI? Is that the manufacturer that didn't show up?
I have no idea.
Oh, there's not a guitar company on the planet that's going to go, okay, we're sorry.
Well, I hope not.
Of course not. Especially somebody in China, they're going to go, yeah, come and get us, comrade.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I'm sure that guy that they took to court has probably not stopped doing what he's doing.
Oh, my God,
yeah. Yeah, So was it a victory? Probably not.
But the worst thing for Fender is the social media
Gene knows
backlash.
how to work. Gene knows how to work Google. There you go.
Yeah.
Is the worst thing is the social media backlash. I mean, Tim Pierce coming on and KDH, man.
Well, the number of people that I've seen who genuinely do not make those kind of videos. They try to avoid making those kind of videos.
They all say in the beginning,
Yeah,
I don't make these guys.
And if you look at their back catalog of YouTube stuff, they don't. Like, it's a rare occasion when they actually come out and go, what the hell's going on, dudes? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I talked to Steve earlier, and I was thinking of Guitar Hack, because he often tells me that I really need to learn to keep my big fat fucking mouth shut. But I'm like, do we want to is this going to get us in trouble? I think it needs to be talked about, and I was hoping other people would come on, but we suck. 15 grand per offense. Is that per guitar that they sold? I mean, holy, we sold 12,000 guitars, so that's like a lot.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Keep chatting. I don't have much else to add to the subject.
Later,
You're getting out of here?
Yeah.
He's going to take his Les Paul and go home. Or staying home.
Yeah. He's just saying, like, yeah, and this ain't a Fender. So, yeah.
I am
If you got the good one without the first record.
No, I'll drill one just for you. That's it, guys.
All right. Take care, man. Bye. All right. I mean, I don't think we've got much more to add to this, really.
Yeah, I don't.
It's going to be very much a case of wait and see.
And I think it's going to be a pretty fast. I don't think we're going to have to wait long.
No, I don't think so either.
By the way, this is all our opinion, covered under the First Amendment. All this is allegedly.
Well, and also we're speculating. We're asking the questions. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the definition is of,
Definition of is?
No, of the.
That was a Bill Clinton joke.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
What constitutes an S type? What gets it?
Is my Schecter an S type? It's commonly referred to as a super strat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and like I say, I mean, when I see something, like and again, I mean, obviously, like I say, the Charvels and the Jacksons don't really count because they're owned by Fender.
Right.
But when you see a picture of just a body, it's not a Fender.
Sure.
Like, if you
There's
just
no
see
confusion.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't get any confusion looking at any of the Yamahas. I don't get any confusion looking at any of the Ibanez stuff, even like the AZs, which are arguably a little less pointy than the RGs and everything.
Now, obviously,
but I still, if I see one of those face on, I know it's not a Strat, quote unquote.
Obviously, we're not saying it's okay for like AliExpress manufacturers to be making like an Ace Frehley Les Paul and putting Gibson on the headset. We're not saying that. Mm-hmm. That's illegal.
That is counterfeit. So
right.
Yeah,
that's absolutely counterfeit. But
yeah. Well, exactly, Gene. I think, and that's where there's got to be some, paring down of the decision to see just, does it have to be Strat shaped and have a pick guard and 3 single coils in it?
Right.
Or is it just the S shape is enough, kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what the definition is,
And Fender, Fender owns Charvel and Jackson,
mm-hmm.
which would, if they didn't own them, they would have fallen under this lawsuit.
Absolutely.
So why aren't those being discontinued in good faith from Fender because they're infringing on that?
Well, because they actually say on the back of the headstock, manufactured under license.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, when you get a Charvel, which has the Strat headstock and the Strat body
Got
stock,
all the writing on the back of the headstock?
Yeah.
That's lawyer talk.
Exactly. And they.
So why didn't they sue them before,
Well, it was like if you can't beat them, buy them and shut them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what Gibson did to Epiphone.
Yeah, this is. I mean, Steve and I worked I managed music stores for, I don't know if that helps, for 17 years, and Steve owned a music store, still in it.
No, we're fully aware of the fact that it happened in Germany. We're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
what
yeah.
implication does it possibly have
Right.
for the U.S. because Fender is sending this cease and desist notice out to U.S. companies.
Yeah. Sir. Now, Sir can sell the guitars in America all day long, but they can't sell them in Europe.
Well, and here's the thing.
Well-
You've seen my Blade Strat, right? That sort of natural walnut colored one.
Yeah.
That has a Fender headstock on it, because it was made in Europe for the European market. Now, if Blade make a guitar to sell in the US, they can't use the Fender headstock. They have to use another headstock. So
Right,
it gets really weird and sort of nitpicky. Well, yeah, so this is the thing, is like, presumably that ruling from 2009 has precedent. So in which case, what gives Fender the right to send these cease and desist notices to US-based guitar makers that already have a different headstock? Like, they're not stepping on any of the old legislation whatsoever. But now they're going to come after them for the body shape, even though, like you say, it's a European ruling. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the pushback is. And like I say, I think that Fender's doing themselves absolutely no good whatsoever, in terms of like the popularity stakes.
The best
I think a lot of people are just going to think it's aggressive and greedy.
Exactly, Dave. Yeah, of course they're going to be like the AliExpress guy and just not show up to court. I don't have $10,000 to hire a lawyer just to show up to court. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does look totally like a bullying tactic, and it's yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, it's all kind of a little bit rotten around the edges.
A lot of these companies, I wonder if they're having like some video phone calls.
Oh, I'm sure there's been lots of Zoom calls around the globe.
Yeah,
over this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
yeah.
we just thought we would.
Yeah, break out the wooden spoons and.
And the thing is, everybody has heard of this, obviously. Well, now we have a million people in the chat, but it's going round and round and round on the interwebs, that's for sure. Yeah. And I don't see anybody supporting Fender except on blatant copy, you know.
Oh yeah, no, the actual like counterfeiting stuff.
Counterfeiting, that's what.
Totally.
Obviously,
agree.
We're not saying that,
but you know, if that's their aim, is just to stamp out that, well, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, graphite guitars is that.
That's Dave Reese who made the Gomercaster from.
Oh, okay.
Wires.
Sorry. Oh, hey, Dave. Yeah, but Fender guitars above $1,000 aren't as good as what everybody else is making for $300.
Yeah.
So they need to get their act together, and then maybe this wouldn't be an issue anyway. Yeah. So at the very next comment, yeah, if they made stuff that was what people wanted to buy and good enough to be bought and used. Because like I say, I know people who've got the latest and greatest American models of, Strat and Telly, and they have issues. It's either the QC or the basic design is not great, and
all they do is offer different colors and then change pickups, and then it's $500 more.
Yep.
A different name, Ventura. What even is Ventura? It's a Mexican Strat. What is Ventura?
You mean a taco Costa?
Uh,
I didn't know you could speak Mexican.
Dude, it's Spanish. What's wrong with you?
I hope Sandra heard that. All right. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's call an end to this. I, for one, am just going to be very interested to Take another look at this situation in a week or a month and
Yeah.
see where it's going. And
I think first of all, it's gonna be, well, hell, I don't think the little guy's gonna appeal it. Somebody who can appeal it
mm,
to a higher court. I think they're
Hey.
going to have to sue Tolman or somebody,
right,
and then they're going to take it to
hang on
higher.
a second. See, and this is the problem with the guitar industry. So Dominic Williams has said so many other companies out there, I guess implying that you can choose from other stuff, and then says Gretsch. Well, guess who owns
That's right.
Gretsch? Fender. So
Fender owns Gretsch,
Guild.
EVH, Jackson,
Guild,
Charvel,
Guild.
Guild. Yeah.
They bought Tacoma guitars because,
Just chucked them down, right?
well, to make Guilds, because Fender historically has not been capable of making a decent acoustic guitar for like the last 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
So they bought a good acoustic building company and basically shut them down and made them build one of their lines so that they were better.
I'd agree with it. Yeah, this could be bad. It's not going to be good for Fender. I don't
Nope.
see them benefiting in any way.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing is, if it does do serious damage to Fender's standing in the industry, and like you say, their stock price or whatever, they will only have themselves to blame. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You know.
Seems
Yeah.
like, remember Gibson was just play authentic and just picking on all the
Yep.
little guys until they picked on. All yeah, dude, $1,000 guitar. I've always said $1,000 guitar should be flawless
Yep. Well, and I've said this to a lot of people over the last like 10 years that
and come with a hard shell case.
yeah, I would much rather play a classic vibe Strat than an American.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And now they're like, a tenth of the price, not just a fifth of the price. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is crazy. And yeah, there we go. All right. On
Anyway,
that
if
note,
you watch this, put some comments in the
Yeah.
chat. We love to see the comments and argue in there.
and if you agree with what we're saying, give us a like, and comment and what have you. The algorithm will thank you for it.
And if you don't like it, give a thumbs down on Steve's channel, which is stevebrand.com.
Yeah. Well, just done to make sure, do it twice. Yeah.
I do have a message for Brandon. You knew that was coming out.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, see y'all.